He says, oh, who touched little Flavia? The guy, he's speaking, he got a word from the Lord that I had some level of molestation when I was 14. A cousin of my dad was 34, and he touched me inappropriately. And even though that happened and it kind of hurt me, what hurt me worse is that I actually exposed it to my mom. And my mom didn't step up, didn't do anything about it, but kind of like dust under the rug to avoid family issues and keep a business transaction, a relationship in business. And that betrayal really hurt me way more than the guy. I didn't know, I just shoved it down and, moved on. I don't know how to deal with it. Usually the young children that get hurt, sometimes even babies or situations where they almost got aborted and all that, they don't know how to cope with these situations, and that's where the self-protection come up. You may hear people that teach in these things talk about parts, partitions, fragmentations, the core person, which is the now person, dissociation disorder. The world may call it all kinds of names in the field of psychology. I don't want to get complicated. I just ask the Lord to teach me, show me how to help people. I don't care what the name is. I know the blood is enough. And honestly, if we choose Him and trust Him, there's no angel, no demon, no power principle. There's nothing that can hinder us from actually experiencing His love. Amen? So I don't even want to go into those terminologies, because when I look deep, 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 all it is a stronghold. And it's alive, built on a false foundation. It's not your identity. It's not who you are. It's not what determines who you are. The cross and the blood determines who you are. So do we know this? We know this. So now we want to know this. Amen? So I see this guy, but he says, he releases forgiveness, go with Jesus. And I see myself walking away with Jesus. Didn't understand. I thought it was weird at the time. I'm not really searching yet about it, but I kept it in the back burner because I stopped having torment. I had nightmares and things like that, and after that prayer, as weird as it was at the time, I stopped having torment because I forgave. So God did something with it. And then I went to school in 2018, and it's like evangelism and power and power. And they're like, it's not necessary. And I'm thinking, okay, let's go to the streets, healing. And I'm not thinking about deeper things. But now that we have hubs and we are working with people, I'm not a pastor, but you're still kind of working a little bit in a pastoral place, a pastoral heart. You're dealing with people's feelings and emotions and identity issues. We're helping disciples who they got to find out who they are. So we have to help them. So I started having to deal with what I had. So that conflict had to end. In fact, you guys tell me if you actually feel this sometimes.